time for the big game. I couldn't make it to the studio early, so I'll be doing it right inside my house. Nigeria versus South Africa. No, South Africa versus Nigeria. So it is very, very important. It's going to be a very, very important game for the Super Eagles because this is a game that we need to win to qualify for the World Cup in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So this is a watch along. I won't be showing the game live, but this is a watch along. We'll be going along to see what is going to be happening. So yes, you can join in. Drop your comments. Do you think Nigeria can win this game? So I'll be following, and hopefully you can be seeing some crazy celebrations. So yes, it is time to follow the Super Eagles game. So this has been a high pressure game, right? This is one for the ages because both teams are looking to win this game. It is very, very important. So we're attaching that importance to it. But in case you're just joining us, this is Bold Sports. You're welcome. And let me quickly run through the formation for both teams. Let me start with the host, Bafana of South Africa. So in the goalkeeping position, they have their captain, Rowan Williams. In defense, they have Kabini, Mbukazi, Ngenza, and Nduyewa. In midfield, they have Aubas, they have Mokoena. In forward, they have Apolis, Mbule, Nkota, and their striker, Foster. So we are not scared of this team at all. We're not scared of this team at all. So for the Super Eagles, let's see what we are parading this evening. For the lineup, we have Stanley Nwabali as goalkeeper. Olaino, Wilfred Ndidi, William Troost-Ekong, the captain, returns to the starting lineup today. Ademola Lukman, Frederick, Dele Bashiru, Moses Simon, Iwobi, Dezers, and Basis. So there are three major changes to today's game. We have Fisayo Dele Bashiru coming into this game. We have Cyril Deza starting in the absence of Victor Osimhen, who got injured in the game against Rwanda. Then, of course, we also have Wilfred Ndidi coming in to start today's game. So let's look at which player is missing from the team that started the last time. Osimhen definitely missing. Alex Iwobi is here, so the player missing is Moses. Okay, so Moses Simon is in this list. So let me look at the previous list that we had and just pick out those players that are not in this one because this is a game that we must win. And I like the fact that the coach is confident enough to throw in substitutions into this, as in use as many substitute players as you want. And in the previous game, we had, let me go through the list and do the deductions of some of the players that are not in this. It's almost starting, and I am just thinking that, come on, we need to win this game. This is a must-win game for the Super Eagles. A must-win game for the Super Eagles. There's nothing else we want than to get this win. So the last game we had Olaino, Nwabali, Onyemachi, Ndidi, Lukman, Onyeka. So Onyeka is not starting this game today, as well as Onyemachi and who else? And Osimhen. So those are the three players that are missing from today's list, and new players like Fisayo Dele Bashiru coming in, William Troost-Ekong coming in, as well as Cyril Dezers coming in. So it's going to be a big game at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein, South Africa. The pitch, like we've always said, is not the best. It's not the best pitch, but let's see what it's going to be like. So if you're not watching the game live on TV, I can tell you where to watch it. You can just go to, let me check in with my remote to see, in case you're looking for it on DSTV. So if you want to watch it on DSTV, it's on DSTV channel 207, or you can do Sporty TV on YouTube. But of course, you can just watch along here. Tell me how you feel about this game. Let's understand, okay, what is happening now. Game is just minus 10 minutes to the time players are about to be coming out now. Let's see what that is going to look like. I really like the fact that this game is going to be played early, so there will be enough time for us to banter South Africa when we beat them. So there's going to be enough time to give them premium banter, premium La Paire banter. That's what we're going to be giving them when everything starts. So if you're ready, we are almost ready. The South Africans are out there, all of them dancing, celebrating, but we all know it's going to end in premium tiers because that's what we want. That's how we want it to end. So definitely that is what we want. Premium tiers for South Africa and let's go. So yes, 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 yes. So that's what we want, right? The last time we played against South Africa was at the African Cup of Nations 2023 African Cup of Nations in the semi-final, and we defeated them on penalties. This time around, there won't be need for penalties, but we need to get the win as quick as possible. So a win comes in, we get the win, we keep it moving, and now we'll be looking at winning our next two games to be able to qualify for the World Cup. But if South Africa gets to win this game, then automatically they are almost home and dry qualifying for the World Cup. So this is going to be, one for the ages, one big game for both teams. A beautiful stadium. The architecture is so beautiful, but the pitch is so. Come on. So what we know is that it's a rugby stadium. They do play rugby here, and rugby is a stadium where you wear very, very harsh boots. So I think that's why the stadium looks like this. South Africa already played against Lesotho here, so they are more familiar with the grounds. Nigeria just got in on Sunday. Nigeria got in on Sunday. They were not able to train until Monday evening, so they only had one training on Monday evening at the stadium. So it's one that is going to be a bit difficult for them to quickly adjust to. But hey, it is football. Anywhere they take you to, 3 points is what is most important, and I think we can get all 3 points today. So let's go. Come on, Nigeria. Let's go. Let's enjoy this game. Let's enjoy this game together and see how it goes. It's going to be a massive, massive, massive one for us here. So it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be a massive win for us. Come on, let's go. Let's both teams for you again for the Super Eagles, Freddy Didi, Ekong, Luke Ademola Lukman, Alex Iwobi, Cyril Dezers, and Calvin Bassey. So this is a formation. This is going to have Calvin Bassey, and Benjamin Fredericks, and Truss Ekong. Then we are going to wing backs in Olaino and Moses Simon. Then in midfield, we're going to have Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Alex Iwobi, as well as Wilfred Ndidi. Then up front, we're going to have up front we're going to have Cyril Dezas and Demola Lukman attacking, pushing the attack for us. So yes, we're expecting it to be a huge, big game. So that's what we're expecting. So ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time for us to get things started. Let's get things started, my guys. Let's get things started. We can't wait. In fact, my blood is hot, like super, super hot right now. Super hot right now. So guys, this is the watch along. The players are coming out. Yes, the players are coming out now. You can watch it right now. They are coming out. Hmm. I like it. I like it. I like the fact that this is interesting. So Greece beating Nigeria on their only previous trip to Bloemfontein. South Africa, of course, were victorious here on Friday. This is going to be interesting. This is really going to be interesting. Seventh World Cup qualifier. So here they come. So, okay, let me arrange now. Okay. Nigerian team. Whoops. A little bit of slipping. Wilfred Ndidi just slipped there coming in, but hey, that's not going to matter. That's the only slip we're going to have today. We're going to have more wins than slips. And of course, Alex will be. No, the way the Super Eagles are smiling, I really like that. They are smiling. I like that they are smiling, and I like the fact that we're all smiles. So that shows a lot of confidence. The South Africans are looking very, very tense. South Africans are looking very, very tense. But I like it. I like it. Let them look tense. That's not on us. That should be on them. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. On occasion to the likes of Bloemfontein Celtic, Kaiser Chiefs have used this as a home ground once or twice. And this season, we're starting with the national anthem of the Super Eagles. As well as Sibulele on occasion. Right, to the national anthems we go. In brotherhood we stand. Nigeria. Do, 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 do. And now the national anthem of South Africa. National anthem now for South Africa. Let's see what that's like. They have a beautiful national anthem, though. They have a very, very beautiful national anthem, but nobody's going to care about the national anthem when we wipe them here in Bloemfontein. It's a full stadium as well. They are very, very hyped. They are very, very hyped. They are feeling very, very hyped for this game. The South Africans, I must tell you. They're really enjoying themselves, South Africa. And I like the fact that they are enjoying themselves. Come on. But why is their anthem long? I'm not hating, right? But why is it that their anthem is this long? The formalities completed. Showtime. It's showtime, guys. It's showtime, guys. It's showtime, guys. Eighth game of the campaign for both of these sides. There are two more left next month. This one's so decisive in so many ways. Lots of criticism of the pitch conditions here in Bloemfontein. It was a logical choice, though, for South Africa to come and play after Lesotho, who had to host the last game, moved it here to Bloemfontein. They do not have a venue, so South Africa staying in Bloemfontein, playing two successive matches. Three changes from that Lesotho game. So South Africa has Ron Williams, Tebo Mokoena, Oswina Police, like Foster, Mbezeki, Mbozaki, Batuti Abua, Sifo Mbule, Zuko Munduewa, Samukelo Kibani, Siobunga Mgazini, and Muhwa. So those are the players for South Africa. Now the lineup for the Super Eagles, just like we said before, the two captains are out now. Yes, Rowan Williams and William Troost Ekong. So yes, let's see which area we're going to be starting from. The referee is Pierre Gishlin Acho from Gabon, and the assistants are also from Gabon. Jitsoga, Ndong, and Mokwani, all of them from Gabon. So we hope it's going to be a great game, and we're not going to complain about the stadium. All we just need is the win at the end of the game. So for Nigeria, the starting lineup, I'm Stanley Nwabali, like I said before, Olaino, Wilfred Ndidi, William Troost Ekong, Ademola Lukman, Benjamin Frederick, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Moses Simon, Alex Iwobi, Cyril Dezers, and Calvin Bassi. And of course, our coach, Eric Shell. So this is going to be the first start for Cyril Dezers. He has never started a game, so this is the first game he is going to be starting for Nigeria, with in the absence of Victor Osimhen. He starts. Then, of course, the man that goes to the bench is Tolu Arokodare. He scored the winning goal against Rwanda. Cyril Dezers was brought in the moment Victor Osimhen was injured, and he was taken off almost at the end of the game for skipper William Troost Ekong to show up the defense. So, but today he's been given the nod to start. He's a very, very good hustler. He hustles for the ball. He gives the defenders a lot of tough time. So this is the man for South Africa. They said he's one exciting defender. Let's see how exciting it's going to be in the end. And the South African Airways air hostesses, they've been smiling since forever. So we're going to wipe away those smiles from their faces, but at the end of 90 minutes. So let's see how that goes. We hope that we can, the moment we take 3 points off of this game, then it is, game open for everybody. South Africa will be put on edge, and Nigeria will now know that, okay, there's hope for us to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup in Mexico, Canada. And it's kickoff Nigeria. Nigeria gets the first kickoff. Ball goes back to Calvin Bassey, who takes that up, and that game goes that way. So we need to start early in this game, get a quick goal and throw into Nigeria now. Olaino is taking that. Let's see how that is going to go for Olaino. Changes the ball, needs to do a long throw, has to take a long throw, and Nigeria all dressed in white and a patch of green on the side. Olaino, number 2 for Nigeria, is 30 seconds into the game. Long throw and easy catch for Roman Williams. It's a catch for Roman Williams out there. So they are going to start slow. South Africa have nothing to lose. All they need in this game is a draw. So they might not be going for a win unless Nigeria gets the first goal. So if we get the first goal, Nigeria also pressing very hard. And the pitch just made Moses Simon, fall on the floor right now. So there's something. And the easy free kick has been given to South Africa for holding on South Africa's number 23. Or for Calvin Bassey. So what you also need to understand about the pitch is that the pitch is very, very wet. It's been drained wet. So let's see how that goes. First attempt will be coming in, will be coming through for South Africa. They take that quickly, not directly, and the referee has ordered them to retake the free kick. They've been ordered to retake the free kick. Because having set up, they were supposed to wait for the referee's whistle before they take it. But despite the fact that they set it up, they didn't wait for the whistle and they quickly took the free kick. So free kick about to be retaken. Defenders about to, now the whistle goes and free kick is about to be taken. Free kick in, well taken, headed out by Nigeria, and that was first catch gets to, first ball goes to our goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, who launches forward, and another free kick has been given to South Africa now, foul for Cyril Dessers, and he's speaking with the coach. I didn't do anything, I didn't do nothing, but the coach says, come on, you did something, you dragged him, you guys were fighting for the ball, you pulled him, so it's a free kick to South Africa. And here we go again. Yes, that ball from South Africa wouldn't have been an offside if you had gotten it because it came from outside. So that would have been like a straight ball at goal. But Nigeria trying to press from the start of the game. And it shows because they are pressing South Africa man on man. And let's see how that goes. Strong challenge on him. That'll be a confidence booster. Now Frederick with a good play of the ball. That was amazing. Take from midfield and pushes it in. And okay, this is a wayward ball. Goes out for goal kick to South Africa. Nigeria needs to be more composed. Though the game just started, Nigeria needs to be more composed. And that's the coach of South Africa, Hugo Bruce, the coach of South Africa. So he's going to have a lot of explaining to do when they lose this game. He's going to have a lot of explaining to do. He's got a whole lot of experience and confidence, and he should be leading that midfield. Nigeria's coach Eric Chenet had one match in charge previously against South Africa. Was for Mali in the Cup of Nations in the Ivory Coast. He won that one in Togo, in group phase. Start here for Bafana. Chance at the back post. Okay, good chance for South Africa. A long cross was taken out, and South African player couldn't get that off, couldn't bring that down fast enough. Excellent drop of the shoulder there from Bafana's. I think Kota had a few days ago in his memory where the first time goal he took against Lesotho. It was a cross from the opposite end. All right, so South Africa started the game brightly. They started the game more brightly. But Nigeria, okay, come on. We need to get our passes up and tidy. but those passes are not yet tidy. We know it's just the start of the game. It's just a bit under 5 minutes after the start of the game.
Really good footballing skills here in these early stages, and Nigeria are chasing shadows.
South Africans controlling the ball very well. That's expected. They're playing at home. Bole in midfield, trying to control things. Wilfred Ndidi gets the ball out for a throw-in. He was calling for a foul, but the referee says no, it's a throw-in. Hit a high boot, but the referee still goes for a throw-in for that. Was it Simon playing from wing back? Lyle Foster is their striker. Lyle Foster. Lyle Foster plays on loan. He's currently with Burnley FC. He's currently with Burnley. He joined Burnley in 2023, and he's not a bad player. They are back in the Premier League now. Now Olaino throw into Nigeria. Olaino tried to pace South Africa's number 20. That is Kabini, but he was fast enough. Now Olaino is on the floor. I think he's in pain. Whoa, fell awkward. The fall was a bit awkward, but it was a clean take by the South African Kabini. I think he has a bit of a knock, but he's up now. But he's still limping a bit. We need Olaino in this game. He's going to take a throw, but still, he wants the doctor to come in. He wants to be attended to by the doctor. This is not a good one. Just 6 minutes, 7 minutes into the game, and we already have one of our star defenders being injured, almost something similar. And at the moment, Bright Osai Samuel is training on the sideline, is exercising on the sidelines, and it might be the man to replace Olaino. The physios, the doctors are in to check in on Olaino to see what it's like with him. But Bright Osai Samuel is working with the assistant coach, Rachel's assistant coach, on getting fit and being able to come into the game. But this throwing will definitely not be taken by Olaino because the physios, the medical team are on the pitch. So it needs to be, Nigeria will have to be a man down for a minute or so before Olaino comes back into the game. It's 7 minutes on the clock now. South Africa 0, Nigeria 0. High power delegation from South Africa here to watch the game, and like I said before, it's going to end in tears for them, premium tears. That's how it's going to end for them. So 8 minutes now. Olaino has been on the floor for over a minute, and I think a substitution is going to be made. Bright Osai Samuel is already taking off his training gear. Olaino is limping off and is shaking his head. He's taking off his armband. He will not be able to continue this game. So, Bright Osai Samuel, over to you. Not a good one for us. Olaino's heavy throwing, Olaino's long throwing, it's always been a dangerous one for opponents or oppositions, but this is not a good one. Throwing's been taken. Nigeria still 9 men on the pitch because we're waiting for Bright Osai Samuel to come into the game. The ball in Nigeria's half, taken by Calvin Bassey, given to captain William Troost-Ekong. William Troost-Ekong returns it to Calvin Bassey, and Calvin Bassey gets it to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi prepares the ball, launches it in, and South Africa intercepted the ball. The ball gets back to Wilfred Ndidi, and Nigeria still playing with 9 men. We need the ball to go out so that Nigeria can. So a free kick has been given, and let's see if substitution can be made now. No substitution. Okay, now it's been called. So Mokoena there, number 4 on 4. Mokoena is number 4. Wilfred Ndidi is number 4. There was a hard tackle from Ndidi on Mokoena, and now Olaino out and Bright Osai Samuel in, almost similar to what happened to us in the first game, where Victor Osimhen was injured early in the game. Olajuwon still limping, not feeling himself. He's very, very disappointed with the fact that he cannot go on with this game. And sometimes when you feel that pain, just know that yes, I need to go out. So it's going to be a huge miss for Nottingham Forest new coach. Now the ball is with Benjamin Fredericks and he sends it long to Moses Simon, and Moses Simon tries to take on his defender. And let's see what he does with that. And oh, miss kick. That was a miss kick from Moses Simon. 10 minutes on the clock now. South Africa nil, Nigeria nil. Very crucial FIFA World Cup qualifying game between both countries. That ball bounced. So definitely, definitely, I know it is a matter of. I know it is a matter of bad pitch though. The South Africans are also not badly structured. They are a very, very good team. They currently top the table with 16 points from 7 games. This is their 8th game. So currently, as the table stands, they are on 17 points and Nigeria on 11 points. Nigeria will need maximum points from this game to be able to, still keep the dream of qualifying for the World Cup alive. But if South Africa does win this game, they are almost home and dry for qualification for the goalkeeper. The ball was sent to the goalkeeper and he kicked that out to a throw-in. None of the goalkeepers have been tested. But yes, Moses Simon is now with the ball. And that should be a goal kick to South Africa. Moses Simon is screaming and complaining that the ball should be a corner kick. And okay, it's a goal kick. From replay, it's a goal kick, not a corner kick. And the man who defended that was Nduyewa, the right back for South Africa. Rowan Williams is out there screaming his lungs out that they need to coordinate themselves. And Nigeria is playing proper high press football. 2 players in front of the box, not letting anything go right now. Cyril Desas jumps in and Rowan Williams sends the ball out. Ball bounces and Benjamin Fredericks sends the ball to Stanley Nwabali, who is going to reorganize from defense. Let's see, is he going to launch that upward or send it to a player? A long ball up to Cyril Desas, and Cyril Desas is on the floor. I think it's up and not limping. That's good news. Up and not limping is good news. Ball goes back to Nigeria. Nigeria is Bright Osai Samuel now with the ball. Gets the ball back to Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Fisayo Dele Bashiru wriggles his way in, but a throw-in goes to South Africa as the pass to Bright Osai was not well controlled. 12 minutes into the game now. Another free kick has been given to South Africa. Mokoena on the floor. Mokoena for South Africa is one of the top players. Be watchful of him because he's so good taking the ball from outside. And Cyril Desas, the man that has been called, the foul has been called on there. Remember, this is Cyril Desas' first start for the Super Eagles, and it is in a crucial game, so he needs to deliver. We don't have a lot of opportunities to give to him. Any ball he gets, first ball out, and Nigeria gets that. Okay, the ball now is South Africa, launched out, and a throw-in goes to Nigeria. The ball was launched out to South Africa's number 23, that's Nkota, but he failed to gather the ball. So Nigeria gets a throw-in. And Calvin Bassey should handle that. The throw-in has been made, ball back to South Africa. South Africa gets a throw-in. Now, let's see how that goes. A throw-in to South Africa. 13 minutes on the clock now. South Africa's number 18 with the ball. That's Nduyewa with the ball, throws the ball in. Now, throwing to Nigeria. Alex Iwobi grabs the ball, but he's going to drop that ball for Moses Simon to throw in, and Moses Simon fails to leaves the ball for Calvin Bassey to throw into the area. The ball has been thrown into Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi tried to launch a pass, but it was intercepted. Another throw into Nigeria. Calvin Bassey on the ball now on throwing duties. And remember, we're using a poor throw-in, headed out by another free kick given to South Africa. Push from Nigeria's keeper on Lyle Foster. and the referee called that in South Africa's area for a free kick to the Bafana. The ball has been launched to South Africa, and Bright Osai gets that. It was very, very adventurous in the attack. Alex Iwobi gets the ball now. He's going to launch the ball now to Moses Simon. Moses Simon couldn't get the ball in the area. The ball was too heavy, according to Moses Simon. So it's not a bad game. All of the early initial gra about South Africa has gone down, and Nigeria is now rolling gentle, gradually right now. Throwing to South Africa, number 18, that is Ndulewa, is with the ball now. Not well thrown. Another throwing to South Africa, and because a Nigerian player intercepted the ball and went to throw in. That's Wilfred Ndidi was the man who intercepted the ball. So the South Africans are already looking tired. Nigerians are looking fit, and let's hope that this fitness will take them for the entire duration of the game. Ndulewa again about to make a throw-in for the Bafana of South Africa. Let's see what he's going to pull up this time around. A long throw goes out, but Calvin Bassey was able to get that ball, goes back to Nigeria. Alex Iwobi with the ball. The ball goes to Wilfred Ndidi, and now the ball is now to Bright Osai Samuel. Nigeria about to make an attack from the wing now. Nigeria, let's see if the cross is going to be made. Bright Osai Samuel has been pushed off the ball, and they've been shoved off the ball. The ball goes back to South Africa, and they continue now a throw into Nigeria in a good area. So that would have been a break for Nigeria Super Eagles. But the South Africans are also very fast. Bright Osai had pushed the ball and was looking for a player to pass the ball to, but didn't get one. He launched in, and it was hacked to the throw in. So Nigeria gets a throw in now, and there is a fight on the pitch as expected. And some of the players are going at Ademola Lookman over what I do not understand. Okay, there was it was basically over the shove on Bright Osai Samuel. Bright Osai Samuel might look quiet, but he's a very, very feisty one. He's a feisty customer any day, anytime. He's a player who is not afraid to launch into tackles or fight you on the pitch if that's what is required for him to perform his duties. So he's not one of those players that is scared of any other player. So that's Bright Osai Samuel for you. Ball with Nigeria now. Moses Simon with the ball. The man that plays for Paris FC sends the ball backwards to Calvin Bassey, who launches the ball forward to African Footballer of the Year, Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman about to face his man now and dribbles his man easily, but he was unable to complete that dribble. Now, the free kick's being given to Nigeria. Number 21 is having a go at Ademola Lookman. That's the Ngezana is having a go at Ademola Lookman over some fight or the other, and a yellow card has been given to Nzanga and Ademola Lookman. So the South African Ngezana will miss the game against Zimbabwe, as we've been told. And now it's going to be very rare because so that should have been just a yellow card to the South African, because Lookman was trying to attack the ball and he left an elbow into the chest of Lookman. Nigeria intercept the ball. Wilfred Ndidi now and Alex Iwobi with the ball. Now South Africa on the attack, a long pass to skills now. He played inside. The 1-2. The cross here, a little too strong for Apollos. From Matusi Obas. Excellent work from Apollos. Now can get the shot in. Okay, that was a good save from Mwabali. Now Nigeria is on the attack. And the referee calls that back. Chasing onto it, offside. How Apollos did to get the shot in on standing Mabali. Nigeria escapes that. No goal for South Africa. July Foster was in an offside position. Nigeria continues the ball from behind, a pass down to Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and a foul on the Nigerian player. Wilfred Ndidi. Now there is no love and hate between these two teams because it's been battle over battle all over this pitch. That should be a foul. That should be a yellow card all day, every day. Nigeria with the ball down to Moses Simon. Moses Simon gets his player and a cross being taken, headed out, and cleared. Bright Osai Simon should get that. Yes, he gets that easy. And ball goes to Benjamin Fredericks. What does he do? He sends the ball to Calvin Bassey on the other side of the pitch. Very quick, smart play from Benjamin Fredericks. Ball with Alex Iwobi. Sends it to Calvin Bassey. 20 minutes on the clock now. It's been a very, very intensive game. Ball returns to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi moves the ball, eats some space, gets the ball to Cyril Desa's ball. Cyril couldn't get the ball. The header is being contested between Calvin Bassey. Bassey gets that. Another header to be contested now. And, of course, Nigeria's keeper gets that. Now the ball with Moses Simon, and he attacks his defender, tries to attack his defender, gets him on the run. Gets him on the run, yes, he gets that, but the defender masterfully calculated the ball. Let's see if this is going to go for, it goes for a goal kick. Hits the ball and it touches Moses Simon. Good defensive play by Nduzewa. Nduzewa has been very, very solid in this game today. We've not seen a lot of other players, other defenders from South Africa, but anytime the ball gets to Nduzewa, he's been very, very astute when it comes to defending against the Nigerian players. It's already night and it's drizzling out there in South Africa to make matters worse. The pitch is not the best and now it's drizzling, so you're going to be seeing a lot of players fall to the floor from the porous pitch. Ball sent in, and Rowan Williams able to get that easily. Now this is another one. South Africa on the attack again. Looking to cut inside and it gets the ball out. There's going to be a cross on the ball. Not properly cleared, but the ball still goes out now. And Nigeria has to be very, very careful in the way they clear the ball. When you want to clear the ball, ensure you hit the ball hard and out. Throw into South Africa, quickly taken. They are regrouping again. Ball goes out. Pass to Rowan Williams, who's out. And of course, Cyril Desa chases. Throw into Nigeria. Another throw into Nigeria. Very high pressure game. And like I said, it is raining out there and there is thunderstorm in Bloemfontein at the Free State Stadium. So let's see how that's going to pan out. Throw into Nigeria. That has been taken out. Calvin Bassey, when it comes to strength work, he's got it 100%. When it comes to strength, there's barely any player that can beat him on the continent of Africa. I think the only player that has shown that, yes, he can beat Calvin Bassey when it comes to strength is his teammates at Fulham, Adama Traore. The ball goes to Cyril Desa. South Africa walking the ball very well, but Nigeria's press has been impressive. Very impressive. South Africa now on the attack. They are beginning to get their attacking game up. Goal kick to Nigeria. Goal kick to Nigeria. Bright Osai was able to stop Kabina and the winger the defender from South Africa from going into getting the ball and crossing into the box for the South Africans to connect to. Eric Shell there, Super Eagles coach, under a lot of pressure. This game is a must win for him, because if we don't get a game in this win, then World Cup dreams is totally over. It's totally over. Moses Simon with the ball. Moses Simon has been given a free kick. Pressure from the South African defender. Nduyewa has been told to do gun body and jam body on the Super Eagles players. Another throw to Nigeria. This time around, Calvin Bassey will go up there to take the throw-in. So it's throw-in to South Africa. Stadium not as full. So I think this is something that Nigeria can capitalize on. Own goal, and South Africa ahead. Own goal from the captain William Troost Ekong. Own goal, South Africa are ahead 1-0. Own goal from Nigeria, not the best of start for the Super Eagles. And South Africa celebrates.
Decisive movement there from South Africa, threatening early on down the flanks. It was a quick throw in there. I think it was Mukwena or Ombas rather that set through from Kota. Excellent ball play, hard and low, difficult for the defender to defend, facing his goal, and ended up putting it in the back of his own net there. Ekong, a substitute this evening.
Well, if he hadn't made the interception, it was going straight for Lyle Foster.
So South Africa won. They take ahead early lead, and William Troost Ekong with the own goal. William Troost Ekong didn't start the last game, but own goal from him. The cross, the deadly low cross from South Africa's number 20, from South Africa's Mbule, was attacked by he wanted to guide the ball outside, because if he had missed the ball would go to Lyle Foster, who would have easily tapped the ball into the net. So Nigeria now has a game to chase, and it's South Africa 1, Nigeria 0. The referee kind of like bumped into Wilfred Ndidi, who was going for the ball out there.
Went in as top seeds. Mukwena looking for a pass.
Good start for South Africa. They are ahead by a goal to 0.
Ekong will know what sort of flat he's going to pick up in Nigeria if that proves decisive.
Ball to Moses Simon. Moses Simon gets Mbulewa. This time around, he should beat him. Enough space to beat him. Always dangerous, always spacey on the side, Moses Simon. But Mbulewa has been very, very impressive, stopping all of the balls. South Africa and lead by a goal to 0. 26th minute on the clock now. A throw is expected from Nigeria, and that gets to Alex Iwobi, returns to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey will definitely return this to Alex Iwobi, who will cross that ball in. Ademola Lookman with the chested ball, and the ball goes to Moses Simon, and has been recovered by South Africa. That was the wrong call from the linesman, because there was no pullback there, and all the players were up screaming at the linesman.
And locking that defense, twisting and turning, using strength on his body.
Foul from Ndidi. Getting off the bench there. His work.
I'm getting ahead of myself. The potential that we always knew was there. That a solid performance against the stars of Nigeria should be the beginning.
I hope so. I mean, the move to Orlando Pirates, in my opinion, is kind of move to sort him out. It's a club
Big game, big results for South Africa. A win for them here will most likely seal their qualification for the World Cup. And then Nigeria's next 2 games will be in October, would be, dead rubbers, because they won't be able to make it as one of the best losing teams. They are far behind at the moment on 10 points. And Nigeria will need at least to be on 18 points to be able to make that, but that is looking very, very impossible at the moment. Moses Simon with the ball now, gets it back to Alex Iwobi, to Calvin Bassey, beg your pardon. Calvin Bassey walks with the ball, trying to locate the next man to pass it to. And now he's getting a lot of space. Moses Simon should beat his man now. Gets a pass to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman couldn't control the ball pretty well. So the ball goes to the goalkeeper, and it's 29 minutes on the clock now. South Africa leads by a goal to nil. No shot on target for either team. Okay, I think there's a shot on target for South Africa, but none for Nigeria yet. But South Africa are a goal to the good. William Troost-Ekong with an own goal to give South Africa the lead. William Troost-Ekong always scores against South Africa. He always scores against South Africa. But this time around, for the wrong reasons, he's scored in his own net. Hopefully, he can, do magic, score a proper goal against South Africa again. So it's 1-0 South Africa, and it is now officially 30 minutes on the clock now. And South Africa are beginning to, show their quality right here. And the pitch is also helping. And let's not forget that 30 minutes on the clock now. Goal kick to Nigeria. Ugo Bruce on your TV screen now if you're watching, and as well as Eric Shell, who is screaming at his players to, wake up, and keep the ball moving. Stanley Nwabali is calling on the players to move a bit backward as he is about to launch the ball into space. And the ball is gotten by South Africa. First ball, second ball by South Africa, and they are now in control of the ball. So something needs to be done about all these long crosses. Should we be long crossing ball, throwing to South Africa, or should we play the ball from behind? Do we have the quality to play the ball from behind? Yes, but are we going to be able to play the ball from behind when pressure is coming from the South Africans? I really doubt that because of the quality of the pitch. We've only had one training on the pitch here, so we can't be very adventurous by playing from the back. South Africa with the ball now. All they need is what they've gotten now. They need a win, they need a draw in this game, and they are away. So they are not in a hurry to, the only reason we'll get them to be in a hurry is if we can easily get 2 quick goals. If we get 2 quick goals, then they will be forced to come out and, want to play. But right now, they are in a very good, comfortable position. They don't need to rush. They don't need to do anything too serious. Just, around, gingerly play your ball. Nigeria gets the ball now, but it's been, intercepted by South Africa again. Alex Iwobi almost got the ball through to Desert, and Desert would have been through facing the goalkeeper. And the ball now goes to, we'll get to Moses Simon. The ball should have gone on for a throw-in, but it's still in play. And the ball now goes for a throw-in for Nigeria. Remember, Ndidi was Nigeria's captain in the game against Rwanda. And if we lose this game, then that will be the second game we are going to be losing in this group phase of the World Cup qualifiers. Alex Iwobi with the ball gets the ball to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey gets the ball to the captain, William Troost-Ekong, who drops the ball down to Benjamin Fredericks. And Benjamin Fredericks takes the ball to Bright Osai Samuel. And Benjamin Fredericks with the ball now drops the ball into midfield for Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi goes to the left and he gets to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey returns to Alex Iwobi, who drops the ball for the African Footballer of the Year. Ademola Lookman, who could not hold on to the ball. Now, the South African number 23, talking about number 23, is with the ball. Nkota has been intercepted. Now, Desert with the ball, and Bright Osai Samuel pushing the ball on the right wing, and now he's going to look for options, get the ball back to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey's wing has been used a lot. Moses Simon, and she beat his man now. He's not really beating his man up despite several attempts. Ball goes back to the goalkeeper from Alex Iwobi, and Nwabali with the ball, still moving gracefully, drops the ball down to Benjamin Fredericks, who returns the ball to Nwabali. Nwabali will give the ball to the captain. I know he's not made that decision yet. Then he takes the ball forward, and the ball down to Cyril Desert. Cyril Desert was able to hustle the ball and get the ball back. Ball goes back to midfield with Alex Iwobi, who will drop the ball to captain William Troost-Ekong. William Troost-Ekong with the ball gets it to Benjamin Fredericks. Benjamin Fredericks sends the ball to Bright Osai Samuel. Bright Osai Samuel with the ball now returns the ball to Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi fumbles with the ball, lost the ball, and South Africa are now on the attack. But Benjamin Fredericks recovered very well. Recovered really well. to get the ball back for Nigeria, because that would have been a bit embarrassing if we just lost the ball that way. But he kind of like defended well against Kyle Foster, the man from Bonn. The South Africa still with the ball and holding the attack now. Now the ball has gotten to Cyril Desas, and that is supposed to be a foul, but the referee says no, that's not a foul. The game should continue. South Africa now with the attack.
Recovered well, and you've got a bit fortunate there. Here he is again. 15 qualifying matches being played across the continent tonight, so there are a couple of real biggie games. We must mention Egypt against Burkina Faso. If Egypt win that one, then they will be going to the World Cup. It's 0-0 at the moment in Ouagadougou.
35 minutes on the clock. Nigeria has a lot to play for. They need goals to be able to get back into this game, and
By 2 goals to nil, so that could be decisive. The other big one is Cape Verde against Cameroon. Cape Verde 1 point ahead and with home advantage tonight. No goals in Cape Verde so far.
the ball is with Nigeria now with Benjamin Fredericks. Benjamin Fredericks gives the ball to Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi will locate the captain William Troost Ekong, and Ekong sends the ball to Bright Osai Samuel. Bright Osai Samuel moves with the ball. He's going to turn back, and now he's back. Gives the ball to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman sends the ball to Fredericks, who gives the ball to the captain. Captain gives the ball back to Benjamin Fredericks. Benjamin Fredericks and William Troost Ekong are interchanging. Bad pass from Benjamin Fredericks, and he goes out for a tackle which he lost. Now he will have to try and recover, and he's not been able to do that fully. But South Africa are kind of like, okay, ball's been intercepted, ball gets to Alex Iwobi with the ball now. Ball goes to now Bright Osai with the ball is going to attack with pace. He gets the ball back to Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi is going to have to stretch. He stretches that and gets it to Alex Iwobi, who returns it to him. And Wilfred Ndidi will probably he gives it to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey gives the ball to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi now moving with the ball, seeing what to do with the ball, gets the ball out to Benjamin Fredericks on the right side. And Benjamin Fredericks, and of course, this man is free there. There's going to be a cross. No cross from Bright Osai Samuel. He wanted to dribble the defender, but he couldn't get that. Now South Africa are attacking Nigeria, and it is almost 3-on-3 now. But the foul has been called on Calvin Bassey, who pushed the South African player. Nkota. So for Calvin Bassey, if he's not marking you cleanly, he can mark you roughly as well. So it's got anywhere you want to go with Calvin Bassey, you always get an option. It's either marking you cleanly and getting the ball, or marking you roughly and also still getting the ball. Although no yellow card now, it's still without a yellow card, which is good. Which is good, that has to be said. That's very, very good. It's not on a yellow card yet. Let's see how that goes. The South Africans are getting the ball a bit more easy, playing easily. They are not in a hurry. They are not rushing. No, they're just playing the ball, just moving it around, and that's what you do when you are a goal ahead. Nigeria with the ball now takes it long, and that ball goes to Ademola Lookman, who headed the ball but could not keep the ball. Now South Africa controlling the pace in midfield, and Nigeria's midfield, okay, South Africa couldn't get the ball out in midfield. Now, good hold up play by Cyril Desas, and they are going to locate Moses Simon. What can he do this time around? He's got enough space, he crosses the ball easy and fast. The South African defender almost fumbles the ball there with Rowan Williams. That would have been a big fumble from the South Africans though, because if Nigeria should score from that, then that would have been a gift of a goal. Come on. That would have been a gift of a goal or a gifted corner kick. That probably would have led to a goal. And the ball goes to Bright Osai. Samuel grabs the ball easily, tries to space the ball. It's been held. And the ball returns to him. What will he do? Will he meet the ball? Yes, he's going to meet the ball. Nigeria gets a corner kick. First corner kick of the game goes to Nigeria. Fisayo Dele Bashiru. It's not been very obvious in this game. It's the midfield has been dominated by South Africa. So Fisayo Dele Bashiru needs to kind of like up his game. But a free kick to Nigeria in the 39th minute of the game. Will this be an equalizer for Nigeria? Ademola Lookman steps up to take this. A lot of height on the side of Nigeria. Let's see what will be done. It's a lot of battle in the box. Corner kick about to be taken. Is this a goal? Headed out. And South Africa with the ball, but it's been intercepted. Ball was supposed to go back to Ademola Lookman, but it's a throw to South Africa. The South Africans are honestly in no worry to take the ball, to take a throw. They are in zero hurry right now. Alex Iwobi gets the ball down to Moses Simon. Moses Simon needs to do something with the ball this time around. He clears the ball and takes it out to, it should be going to Ademola Lookman. Another corner kick to Nigeria. Ademola Lookman is going to take that. Gradually, Nigeria getting themselves into the game. So this is the second corner of the game, and both corners have gone to Nigeria. The first one was easily swatted away by the South Africans. Let's see how the second one is going to pan out. Good cross. And ball's been taken out. It's still back to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman gets that, and it's the third corner for Nigeria. Now the pressure is on just a few minutes before halftime. And the pressure is on. If Nigeria gets a goal in this game now, then it's back to, let's say, being goalless. Corner kick taken. Cleared by South Africa, but the ball gets to Mobali, comes out to clear the ball.
Excellent anticipation there from Mobali. Trying to use the pace of Nkota in South Africa. Knew exactly what they wanted to do, released him there.
That would not have been an offside because Nkota for South Africa is in the South African box. So a throw to
stays on his line, now he comes out. Hesitation there from the goalkeeper. Foster to choose Ekong.
now good ball from Fredericks there. Calvin Bassey has been solid. Gives the ball to teammate Alex Iwobi. And Calvin Bassey was storming forward, and now the ball is with the African ball of the Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman looks for Bright Osai Samuel for Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Dele Bashiru gets the ball out. Is he going to be able to cross the ball? He crosses the ball out, and this is a goal! This is an equalizer for Nigeria. Calvin Bassey, yes, come on! Yes, Nigeria back in the game. Calvin Bassey, yes! Nigeria back in the game now. 1-1 Nigeria. Yes, come on.
Quality of Nigeria comes through. There's movement, the possession, playing it wide.
Look at this little burst of pace here. This was key.
Should have done better there, Kabini. to prevent
Yes!
the shot.
Yes, this is a good goal. 1-1 Nigeria.
This was Calvin Bassey anywhere.
Calvin Bassey just jumped up. I hope he's not injured because he went flying. He went flying like a basketballer. He went flying like a basketballer. The ball was so high and he just went flying. He headed the ball to his hand.
The far post from Bashiru.
And this is Stanley Nwabali going bonkers already. And the coach is celebrating like there's no tomorrow. Vital goal for the Super Eagles. Nigeria won, South Africa won. Ademola Lookman looking crazy, and now there's hope. Let's go. Come on, Nigeria. South Africa won, Nigeria won. 45 minutes on the clock. South Africa on the attack again. Nkota has been out there trying to terrorize this.
Clears his lines.
3 minutes at a time. South Africa won, Nigeria won. This is the goal again, and
Light through ball to the far post, Bassey. It looked like it came off his hand.
he headed the ball off his hands, but there's no VAR. He headed the ball off his hand. Even if the ball didn't hit his hand, then that would still be a goal. Nigeria still in the attack. Ball with Moses Simon now. What's he gonna do? Nigeria in the. Oh, come on. Alex Iwobi couldn't get past this man right there in the box. That would have been, if the ball was clear, that would have Nkota trying to get the best of. Now Nigeria with the ball. Referee says play on. Ademola Lookman. Moses Simon should be here. Moses Simon should be here. The ball with Cyril Desert goes back to Moses Simon. Let's get players in the box. Fisayo Dele-Bashiru comes out. Ball now with Fisayo Dele-Bashiru again. Fisayo Dele-Bashiru trying to locate a player, anybody. The ball is with Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi. And let's see what this goes. Let's see what this brings. A cross is expected now. A good cross. And it's taken away. There is another one is going to be coming because Nigeria is currently with the ball. Ball goes to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi drops the ball in midfield. And Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is going to take the ball up there on the other side. The ball goes to Bright Osai Samuel. And Alex Iwobi with the ball now. Moses Simon, what is he going to do with the ball this time around? Is he going to be able to beat his man? He gives the ball to African Ball of the Year, Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman returns to Moses Simon. Whoa, beats his man easily. Ball with Calvin Bassey. He's going to drop that to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi with the ball. Returns the ball to Moses Simon on the left wing. Moses Simon has enough space. He's going to drop the ball to Calvin Bassey. What's Calvin Bassey going to do? Calvin Bassey, goal kick to South Africa. Good attacking play from the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
That is when Nigeria's come alive. Bassey offering himself on this left.
Good attacking play. Nigeria won. South Africa won. Nigeria won. Good goal by Nigeria. South Africans are screaming handball, but there is no VAR. The advantage of not having VAR right now. It goes to celebrate with Amaso Basoge. Now it is 1-1 halftime right now at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein. 2 goals. Own goal from William Troost Ekong, then the equalizer in the 43rd minute by Calvin Bassey. South Africa won, Nigeria won. A big 45 minutes coming through in the second half. So it's going to be a big game in the second half. So what are we going to be doing today? So how is it going to be? Now, I think Nigeria was impressive in the first half. They impressed. South Africa controlled the midfield. I didn't see a number of Nigerian players in the midfield. The player like Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, although he got the assist, was missing in most part of the game. And I think if we're going to make substitution, I think Fisayo Dele-Bashiru might have to come out for Chrysanthus Uche. Let's see what he can do now. But as it stands now, it's been a well-balanced game between both sides. Almost at the end of the first half, Nigeria started attacking and they started going for the ball. They got a number of corner kicks, 3 corner kicks almost within 3 minutes, and that led to the goal. Even after scoring the goal, Nigeria was still in the attacking mode and they almost made it 2-1. But some of the ball didn't fall into place. So it's a confident booster for Nigeria. The goal was a bit deflating, but they didn't feel despaired. They didn't feel out, down, and out. They still came back and continued playing the game. So it's been a good one for the Super Eagles, and I hope that they can still take this confidence into the second half of the game and get the win at the end of 90 minutes. It's exciting at the moment. It's South Africa, I beg your pardon, won. Nigeria won. It's halftime at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein. So Nigeria hoping to get maximum points in this game, while South Africa looking to get at least a draw to push them a foot ahead of the game. So now let's see what it's going to be like. Nigeria trying to push hard. Nigeria pushing really, really hard. Despite the fact that it was an own goal and that would have defeated the team, but no, they still stay. Oh, I think that own goal was a motivation. So I'm going to both spots on Facebook and I'm going to read some comments. Titilayo Ahmed said, I think that own goal was a motivation. Please more. Yes, we want more in the second half especially. And it's the first half. Let me see what people said after the William Troost-Ekong own goal. This Troost-Ekong causing problem in team situation is tough. The coach needs to make some tough decisions, but let's focus on the game and see how it unfolds. Well, that has been taken out now. It's 1-1 now. And David Adekunle Sunday said, one prophet said the coach should not use him. Ayeni Kayode on Facebook said, all these bad results are caused by Coach Finidi George. He started the blunder as well. Every man to his opinion. Then also on Facebook, Olusegun Akim said, it is well. Owen goes, that's from Oviemena Opovedu on Facebook, and Damilola Oyemade had just said LOL. Nagozie Samuel said, we are not going to the World Cup. Nagozie, we will be going to the World Cup. Just have faith. Hope they. So that's the truth. Let's go to other comments from the game from when Calvin Bassey got that equalizer, and it's still the one from Titilayo Ahmed who said, I think that own goal was a motivation, place more. So that is what we're expecting from the team. We're expecting the team to go all out. We expect them to go all out and ensure that we get a win in this game. So it's South Africa 1, Nigeria 1, halftime at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein. So what we're expecting is for Nigeria to come all out in the second half to go for the win. South Africa are going to come all out in the second half and try to also get not just defend but also get a win. So it's all square now in Bloemfontein. So I'm going to let's follow the commentary from the in-house at the Super Sports Stadium.
Internationals here with me, Amanda. Bafana get off to the perfect start. How did you let us know?
Yeah, I think we spoke about the importance of the mental aspect of.
So right now Nigeria goes to second with 11 points after that win, and South Africa on 17 points, plus 8 goals, plus 2 goals for both teams.
The danger as to, towards the end of the half.
But here's the perfect start. We got down that right-hand side. He puts the dangerous ball in. Nothing. Could do, or could he do better to avoid that?
Yeah, for the fact that he was late, he was trying to adjust his body and use this wrong foot to actually try and block that ball. But the pace of Nkota became a very, very important one, and why he resulted into that own goal that we see now.
Was a result of
So
South Africa has to counter.
South Africa have used the counter very well. They've actually used the counter attack very well, and the goal is being replayed here. Nkota had the speed, and William Troost-Ekong trying to adjust his body first time before taking the ball. Yeah.
Was able to get that cross, to the goal, but I think so far the fullbacks have been able to adjust a little bit and resulting to the goal that we get.
Daniel, are you okay with the goal? Are you okay with the equalizer? You're comfortable with it? In the spirit of FIFA fair play, you okay?
The referee counted the goal, is it?
Yeah.
The goal is a goal. We'll talk about that later.
Let's take a look at that and how Nigeria got back on level terms. Take me through it, Amanda. What happens down the right-hand side?
I think once again, you look at the clock, it's 43 minutes on the clock, a little bit of complacency, like I said, it's creeping in for Bafana. They're getting sucked in a lot deeper pushback. But for me, it's the run that Bassi makes all the way from the halfway line. He just keeps just creeping in and unguarded. And that's the thing about Bafana, they haven't really been tracking the runners. And for me, Basi to be up jumping and Gezana in the centre back position, I thought Gezana should have done well.
He also starts here by just pushing away Mdunia, he doesn't really do enough to keep him.
Yeah, he can't do anything because then you look at the height that Basi has, and also because he's also on the move, so always have enough.
That was a good jumper from Basi, though. That was a good jumper from Basi.
Who's inside the box to defend? At that time, you look at also Overs getting inside the box. Nobody's looking as to them who they're going to defend. They want to defend the ball, and the person that's going to score it, they are unmarked. So once you have that momentum, it's very difficult to actually to be stopped.
Here's the angle that Daniel was looking for. He really wanted to make absolutely certain of what had taken place here as Basi gets his head on the end of this one. Daniel, what do you see? Let me let you explain it here. Basi headers, he does well to get there. And then what?
And then the ball touches his hand, last minute. Last second of the game, the ball touches his hand before the ball went to the net. But unfortunately, there is no VAR for us to replay that again, or for the referee to cancel that goal. So if you benefit from it, you just take it.
Very honest assessment there from Daniel Akpe. 1-1 is the situation. Let's hear what Africans across the continent are feeling about it as we've given you how the goals took place. Brighton, Zenande, is there a reaction to the ball coming off the hand?
I mean, come on now, Thomas. Even me with my optical zoom, these glasses, I was calling for it. I was like, I go referee. But I don't know, maybe the streets will tell us better. Then what's happening there?
Listen, the streets are saying a lot, and everyone is speaking about VAR now that
You.
they.
So I still don't understand why there's no VAR in African football, especially if you have the quality, if you have the money to use it, like let's say for example North African countries in South Africa, then you should use it for sure. Maybe if a country like Lesotho who don't even have a stadium can't use it, not a country like South Africa. If South Africa, there will be tears of joy and tears of sorrow at Bloemfontein tonight. That's answer. Okay. So VAR is very important. With the first half performance, our boys will surely. Okay, that's one.
What do you think? Yeah, man, it's a tough one.
You could hear that Daniel is saying it's a handball, but it wasn't spotted by the referee and it counts. Handball. From what my understanding of the rule is, if it comes with the hand anywhere on the way to the goal, it cannot be allowed as a goal. It automatically would have been chalked off.
Yeah, but that's where now we concur with what the streets are saying. Such games, unfortunately, there's no VAR, and they were very significant as well. If the VAR was there, of course, the decision would have been reversed. But those things, if they will benefit, you benefit like a person.
I see again. Good performances on the field. Who's giving them? And is there anything that needs to change?
I think we need to have legs going forward. And God was giving them a problem. Maybe Apollo's maybe more on the ball, and we haven't seen really forced getting into the ball. So we need to go back to how we started in the first 15 minutes to push that pressure, because you can see that the Nigeria started to trying to play from the back. We scored so many balls and we were dangerous in that regard.
Is there a match winner sitting on the bench for Nigeria?
Yes, I think Tulu is still there. The one that scored the last goal, even though it says it's probably goal, but then he's still there because it's this big boy that you can kick the ball to, he can hold the ball for you, he can hold the ball till the other players join up, so he's still there to be able to do the goal.
I mean, they couldn't cope with Basi. Rocadare is massive, 1 meter 97. I don't know what gets done when the ball is hung up at the back post.
Yeah, and I think as the match progressed, Nigeria started to be a little bit physical because the referee wasn't giving some of the fouls. So
No. She's talking about the referee. That's very funny. I think the referee's been nice to to South Africa. A lot of the calls have been.
Concur with the for me, a little bit of legs, but I think a little bit more intention. Reyners is also on the bench, someone who can really get possible goals.
All right, thank you very much for the analysis. There is still so much more. This rivalry continues, and it is going to push us right to the edge of our seats. 1-1 in Bloemfontein, a World Cup place at stake, and 45 more minutes of action still to come.
All right, so 45 minutes of action about to come again, and after the first one, let's see what the second half is going to hold for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We will be able to get the final goal. Remember that all goals in this game, despite the fact that it's 1-1, has been scored by Nigeria. The first goal, William Ekong's own goal, then the second goal, which a lot of people are saying if there was VAR, it would have been chopped off. Truth. Calvin Bassey headed the ball and he hit his hand and went into into his thing. Yes, so that would definitely have been chalked off. But sometimes you enjoy the fact that some qualities are not yet in your backyard. For example, VAR. If VAR had been in our backyard already, that goal would have been chalked off. But the fact that it wasn't, is not in our area yet, it wasn't chalked off. So I hope that we don't, suffer for it later in the game. I hope that the referee shines the eyes, but as it stands, Nigeria is up on the ascendancy, and we believe that they will be able to, do all it takes to get the maximum points in this game. Nigeria needs to win this game. 1-1 is comfortable and okay for South Africa, but Nigeria needs the maximum points in this game to be able to think, right? Remember the last time we faced South Africa, we defeated South Africa at the African Cup of Nations, and they played a 1-1 draw with us here in Nigeria. That was last year. Sayodele Bashiru, the man who made the assist for Calvin Bassey, was the man who scored in that game. And unfortunately, he also got injured in that game I was taking off. That was his debut game for the Super Eagles. But today, he's been able to create assists. Although in the midfield, he's been a bit missing, but I think he's not been a bad player altogether. So I think for the second half, a bit of changes. Let me just say, Eric Shell will have to make some changes in this second half if we are to get a win. Number one, Chris Santos Uche. Let me see that. Chris Santos Uche will need to come on. Chris Santos Uche, I think, will need to come on. Solo Adrokodare. So Chris Santos Uche will need to come on for the midfield. Chris Santos Uche will need to come on to help the midfield, while Tolu Arokodare will be needed to put pressure on the defenders, on the Bafana defenders. Thus, we'll also need Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman to up their game. And when we get the lead, I think we will then be able to make another defensive substitution. But at the moment, Eric Shell will have to make some changes in the second half if we are to get a win. Chris Santos Uche will need to come on to help the midfield, while Tolu Arokodare will be needed to put pressure on the Bafana defenders. We also need Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman to step up their game. So one player, a number of players that have impressed for me in the first half. Calvin Bassey has been battling with Nkota, and Nkota is a very, very fast attacker, but he's been battling against him. It's been serious battle between those two players, and of course he also got us a goal, which puts him high on the rank for me. Then number two is Alex Iwobi has really tried with the way he's been marshalling the midfield, but he needs a bit of help, and also Wilfred and Didi. Then I won't really fault Cyril Desas has not gotten a lot of service for us to see what he can do, but on the anytime he gets the ball, he's held on to the ball well. His hold up play is not so terrible, and I think mathematically it's good that the coach will be bringing in Tolu Arokodare fresh in the second half, and when he comes in maybe in the 65th minute, he will be fresh, and the defenders are going to be a bit tired. Then he can easily run off them. He's a very good player, a top player. Then we will now start expecting our players, to cross in the ball. We need more corner kicks. We need to get at least 2-1, 3-1 in this game, so as to seal the game off. Because at 1-1, anything can still happen. At 2-1, anything can still happen. But at 3-1, then you can hold off. You can hold off to a lead. So that is what we're expecting. That's what we're waiting for. All players are back on the pitch. And we're expecting them to do. There's the huddle. Okay, Tolu Arokodare and Bruno Onyemachi are coming in. Tolu Aroko double change for Nigeria. Trust Ekong is going off, and Bruno Oyemachi gets in there, and Cyril Desas is out, and Tolu Arokodare in, and very smart change by the change has been made. Okay, change has been made. Bruno Onyemachi comes on for skipper. Skipper comes on for the skipper, William Bruce Ekong, and Tolu Arokodare replaces Cyril Desas. So second half on the way right now. William Bruce Ekong out. So Nigeria goes back to a four-player at the back. Four-player, so we go back to a 4-3-3 now. 2 substitutions made at halftime. So let's see what that's going to look like now. We started the game with 3 defenders, 3 centre backs in Trust Ekong, Calvin Bassey, as well as Benjamin Frederick. So now Calvin Bassey goes to centre defence while Bruno Onyemachi replaces him, and Bright Osai Samuel currently playing the number 2 position that was vacated by Olaino due to injury in the 3rd minute of the game.
Shifting to that central defensive position.
Free kick to Nigeria. And this is going to be a very tough second half for both teams.
The 26-year-old plays for Olympiacos in Greece, previously with Balvista, played in the lower leagues, really in Portugal. Has only come to prominence in the last 2 seasons. Already transferred by Portugal to one of the biggest Greek club, Olympiacos.
Throwing to Nigeria in a very fine position. Bruno Onyemachi is going to take that.
I think Romani going for the direct one, and clearly the substitute for
Arokodare, long ball to Arokodare, and it's been brought down.
He's towering over Mukazi there.
Benjamin Fredericks with the good interception, ball falls to Fisayo Dele Bashiru, takes on his player, dribbled his player, and it was brought down. A yellow card goes to Mokwena. Oh no, that's not Mokwena. A yellow card goes to South Africa's number 15, Aubas. Gets a yellow card, who plays for TS Galaxy in the South African Premier League. Sharp dribble from, though that's not Fisayo Dele Bashiru, that's Bright Osai Samuel. But just like the commentator said, that in a top FIFA tournament, that would have been a red card because the player's thought was showing on his attack when he marked the Nigerian defender. Let's see what throwing to Bright Osai. I don't think he's gotten his win back from the tackle he received from Aubas of South Africa, who got a yellow card for the infringement. Now South Africa are gradually trying to get themselves back in this game. 2 substitutions has been made. Bruno Onyemachi comes in to replace William Trust Ekong, so the defense falls back from a 3-man center defense to a regular 4-man defense. Or in defense right now, we have Bruno Onyemachi in number 3, Bright Osai Samuel in number 2, and center backs we have Calvin Bassey and Benjamin Fredericks. In midfield we have Wilfred Ndidi, we have Fisayo Dele Bashiru and Alex Iwobi. Up front there's Moses Simon Tolu Arokodare, who's coming to replace Cyril Dezes, as well as African Footballer of the Year, Demola Lookman. So some players probably need to step up their game today. That's Moses Simon as well as Demola Lookman. They need to control the ball better. This result is a favorable one for South Africa. 1-1. The scoreline is South Africa ends this game. The game ends this way. South Africa will be on 17 points and Nigeria would be on just 11 points, and that will not be enough to see Nigeria's hopes of qualifying for the World Cup actualized. So Nigeria needs to do all they can do to get a win in this game. So 49 minutes on the clock now, almost 50 minutes on the clock. So Nigeria has, give or take, about ball goes to Moses Simon, and Tolu Arokodare is going to take a chase now. He's going to chase the ball. Tolu Arokodare with the ball now. He dribbles, it goes past his defender, and there's a pass. Oh my! Tolu Arokodare with a brilliant ball, but he couldn't connect his pass. Oh my! That was really, really close. That needed just a touch. Tolu Arokodare is.
For South Africa. Nigeria picking up where they left off at the end of the first half. It's a shell-shocked home side at the moment.
Now, ball goes back to big play, very big play. Big play from Tolu Arokodare there. I think with his performance so far in today's game, despite the fact that he just started, and of course, Fisal Dele Bashiru gets the ball.
That's the kind of tackling they need. Omar's doing what he's been brought into the side to do.
$50 minutes on the clock now, almost 51 minutes on the clock, and Nigeria are not doing badly when it comes to attacking. They've started the second half brightly, and let's see what can be done. A cross, a throw-in, long throw, easy for Rowan Williams. Arokodare's height has been troubling South Africa's number 14 defender is already limping. Number 14 defender, that's Mbokazi, the teenager that has been well talked about. That's Mbokazi, the 19-year-old Mbezeli Mbokazi. And there's been a lot of talks that he's going to be the one to defend against Arokodare, but just 2 minutes, just a few minutes in for Arokodare, and Mbokazi is already limping. That would have been an easy ball for Alex Iwobi to control. Intercepted, ball back to, and the referee calls a free kick for South Africa. Mokoena was on the floor, so the referee called a free kick for South Africa there for an infringement on Wilfred Ndidi.
Just teasing there a little bit.
1-1, 52 minutes on the clock now for Nigeria. South Africa are trying to, be more calmer with the ball. Trying to be more calm with the ball now, but Nigeria needs this result more. Arokodare almost got Nigeria, not really almost got Nigeria in front, beat his defender, beat his marker, and put the ball into the line, but there was nobody to tap in. There was no one available to tap in, but that was a very, very good play. And Benjamin Fredericks has really, really impressed in the heart of defense for Nigeria. I think he's the future. He is the future. He's currently on loan to Denders, and that's from English side, Premier League side, Brentford. He was discovered during. South Africa has never defeated Nigeria at home, but they will take a draw in this game. They won't mind getting just a draw in this game. So that's another thing we need to look out for. Maybe history can continue another time. But now what will get them to the World Cup is at least a draw against Nigeria, and they will gladly take that. They would gladly take that. Two substitution and some players running in the flank, already warming up on the flank of the South Africans, looking to come in for for the Bafana in the second half. So let's see how that proceeds. 53 minutes on the clock now. Rowan Williams taking his time to cross the ball, takes the ball to the angle, and who gets it? Of course, the man who plays for Denders gets it, and Nigeria gets a free kick, and that the referee has adjudged that there was an offside situation there, and Nigeria gets the ball. Okay, like Foster was in an offside position when the ball came from goalkeeper Rowan Williams, but of course the man from Denders had gotten the ball first. It's been an impressive performance for Nigeria in the second half of the game, and you know, everything is going smoothly. We're expecting that maybe in the end Nigeria can get the maximum points. Standing Wabali sends the ball forward. Toru Arokodare had a slip. He had a slip, and the ball goes back to the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper is probably going to send this forward again. Arokodare is a big man and will always get the ball first. Yes, not this time around. He had jumped faster than, and okay, ball intercepted by Calvin Bassey. Now to Moses Simon, but Simon failed to control the ball. Like I said, Simon needs to step up his game. He needs to be able to beat his man. He's failed to beat his man all game, and that was one thing that Tolu Arokodare was able to do in the first attempt he had at that same defender. But Moses Simon's been struggling to beat his man. So now I think he needs to step up his game. We've also not seen a lot of African Footballer of the Year, Ademola Lookman. He needs to also step up his game because we are highly dependent on him to be able to turn things around here in Bloemfontein, South Africa. Now that Osimhen is not around, so in midfield we're expecting maybe another major change, maybe a Chrisantos Uche coming in for Fisayo Dele Bashiru, who's not been. So we need to actually see Chrisantos Uche in the colours of the national team. Then maybe before the end of the game, we can now start looking at getting another defensive midfielder in. And a long ball's been taken, and it is Fisayo Dele Bashiru with the ball now. He controls the ball, and he's still with the ball. South Africans. Now, that was a close one. That was a close one for Nigeria out there. South Africa. That was a close one. Nigeria was Fisayo. It was a good ball for Fisayo Dele Bashiru. You know, everyone is putting in a huge shift in this game for the Super Eagles. Nobody is, you know, even when you're not seeing them really play, really come out, they are putting in their all. They're putting in their all. Maybe it's just that the South Africans, okay, Wilfred did it with the ball now. It's been locates, passes the ball to, the ball returns to Wilfred Ndidi has been in the heart of the defense out of midfield. Bruno Yemachi, we're expecting a dangerous cross now, and that's a big cross, and the ball would throw into South Africa. That was one that should not have been let to go by Bright Osai Samuel. Osai Samuel should have done better with the ball. That's supposed to be a Nigerian ball all day, every day. But hey, what can we say? That's just the way it is. Let's continue with the game. Ball goes back to Rowan Williams, who's taking his time. He needs to be charged. He needs to be charged by Arokodare right now. Arokodare, this is not the time to stand. I think he needs to run at the goalkeeper. He's been with the ball for about 15 seconds now before passing the ball. So that's giving him too much time. Somebody needs to go close to him so he can kick the ball out. Because if you're letting him hold on to the ball that long, then they can as well play the entire game there. Tolu Arokodare needs to do better in terms of running towards the defender, towards the goalkeeper. Tolu Arokodare needs to charge the goalkeeper. We've spent almost 2 minutes here, and you're not charging the goalkeeper. Now that you've charged him, he's played the ball out. If you leave him that way, he's going to stay all through the game. And how are we going to get the ball if you're not charging at the goalkeeper? Free kick to Nigeria. Loud Foster just fouled Calvin Bassey. Moses Simon with the ball now. I think he needs to get a dribble on here. And Bruno Yemachi gets the ball now. Is he going to make a good cross? A good cross now. Oh, come on.
Comes from Bafana. Now, almost falls for Apollos. Bit of space for Nkota. This is the kind of counter-attack chance the South Africa need. Can he get it into Lyle Foster? Does so. Foster cuts inside. Good defensive work of Onyemachi. Showing his strength there. Lyle Foster holding off. Gets the little pass in there to Kabini.
Now South Africa with the attack now. It's been broken up a bit. That was a good ball from the Dendas man, Benjamin Fredericks, taking out Lyle Foster out of the Super Eagles box. But it was really close for Nigeria to get a shot out at a shot on goal at the goalkeeper in the other part of the half, but the cross goes to offside. Big relief for Nigeria.
Great retention of possession, but we're going to finish the action very close. Sure that was offside.
So thank you everyone for joining this live watch along. Nigeria versus South Africa. A South African player is on the floor. That's number 18. He's been very that's Nduyewa. He's been amazing when it comes to defending against Moses Simon. He's kind of like shot Moses Simon off all throughout the entire game. And if he has an issue and another player is brought in, maybe Moses Simon will be able to pass the next player easily. But this player has been locked into this game, and he's been able to mark out Moses Simon. He was the player that Todo Arokodare was able to beat first time and pass the ball out, but nobody to connect with the ball. But it's been solid, and now that he's down, I'm not saying he should be injured, but yes, we already have a player from our own end that has also been injured and taken out of the game. That's all I know. So, and Nigerian contingent has been shown there. Shehu Diko, chairman of the National Sports Commission, is there supporting Nigeria. Rowan Williams is also being treated by the South African medics. So 2 South African players are on the floor. Their goalkeeper and captain Rowan Williams is being looked at, really checked by the medicals, while Nduyewa is also being checked by. Okay, Nduyewa. Looks like a knee. Looks like a knee, a stretched knee, or something that has to do with his thigh. Now I hope he can get back into the game, but he's walking off, and I don't think he will be able to continue this game. He's limping off the sidelines very gingerly. So let's see if he would be able to, come back and continue the game. But South Africa won. The Super Eagles of Nigeria won at the Free State Stadium in Bloemfontein. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us on this and watching along. Titilayo Ahmed also commented. These are the goals. The first goal, own goal from William Troost-Ekong. I think.
Dream start for South Africa after 25 minutes. But then on the stroke of half time, Calvin Bassey started the move. He finished at 2. There might have been a touch of the hand along the way, but no VAR in this game. And so Nigeria level at the break, but they need to win.
Nigeria needs to win this game. It's 62 minutes on the clock now. Zuko Mendwani has come in, and James Moyane, 2 players have also been brought on by South Africa.
A couple of games in the SAFA tournaments for South Africa, but this will be first proper cap for him. The Orlando Pirates signing, new Kaiser Chiefs signing for Orlando Pirates, of course.
Easy catch from South Africa, from South Africa's goalkeeper, Rowan Williams. This game is a winnable game for either side, but as a Nigerian, I want it to be a winnable one for Nigeria. Ball goes to Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi returns, and now it is to Ademola Lookman. That's Lukman. Lukman is going to give that to Osa to Dele Bashiru to Osai Samuel. Osai Samuel drops that to Alex Iwobi, who allows the ball runs. He's going to send that to he's going to return that to Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey will send it to the Dendas man Benjamin Fredericks. Benjamin Fredericks will take a look and gives it to Bright Osai Samuel. Osai Samuel will most likely return to, yes, he returns it to Benjamin Fredericks. That's offside. Good play from Benjamin Fredericks, but Ademola Lookman has already slipped into the Brighton Samuel has already slipped into the offside position. Yes, quite offside there. We don't need a VAR to be called offside, but if that had not been called, he has already beat his defender. It's 1-1 here in Bloemfontein, South Africa. Good challenge there from first corner kick of the game for South Africa. First corner kick of the game for South Africa. And the tackle was made by Bright Osai Samuel, who came on for Olaino, who was injured in the first half. The ball was taken off Mbule. Mbule was setting himself up for a left-footed shot. Apolis stands over the corner kick. Apolis stands over the corner kick now. It's the first corner kick for South Africa, well taken, but his wayward goes out. Let's see if the ball returns. Alex Iwobi guides the ball properly, gets the ball into midfield for Tolu Arokodare. Arokodare gets the ball up front to Bruno Yemachi. Bruno Yemachi is most likely going to send that. That was wayward. It would have been better if he had located maybe a Moses Simon up front or still get some space. Nkota has been the most dangerous player for South Africa in this game. South Africa's number 23 is burst of pace. He made the cross that was intercepted into the net by William Troost-Ekong. Tolu Arokodare has been impressive. Most of the long balls that has been played to him is fought well with the defenders and is giving them a tough time. But maybe he needs to charge, or someone else needs to charge at the goalkeeper more so as to let him release the ball to the players. It's 66 minutes on the clock now. South Africa 1, Nigeria 1. Ball with Rowan Williams. Takes it out to number 14, Mbokazi, the teenager that plays for Orlando Pirates. It's been said that he has a very, very high ceiling, very, very confident player. But let's see. I keep saying someone needs to run at Rowan Williams so he can pass the ball. If you don't run at him, now Arokodare has just done that. And guess what? He just played the ball out and the ball goes back to Nigeria now. So the ball now with okay, pass is not going as we want. Well, that was a long-range effort from South Africa's number 14, Mbokazi. And that would have been a very, very good goal because Nwabali was off his line. And he saw Nwabali off his line. You would say, yeah, it wasn't really close, but yes, it was close. Relief for Nwabali, relief for Nigeria. Good ball by the defender, a future captain for Bafana, Mbokazi, if he continues this way. Solid defender, a good burst of pace for him going forward. "68 minutes on the clock now. And there is a huddle. There's another player on the floor. And it's Bright Osai Samuel is the man that is on the floor. and this is going to bring in another tactical change for Nigeria because the South Africans are still taking a look at the replay of that ball from Bokazi, which would it looked like something that would have landed in the back of the net.
Always good support in Bloemfontein. Make a good amount of noise.
The South African fans are really enjoying themselves right now. The result is in their favor. 1-1. South Africa 1, Nigeria 1. Own goal by William Troost-Ekong, and the equalizer was by Calvin Bassey. Bright Osai Samuel, who came in as a substitute for Olaino, is being driven off the pitch by the medical ambulance. That was about 45 yards. Nwabali was off his line, and that would have been one of the goals of the qualifying series. Beautiful shot by Mbokazi, but luckily for Nigeria, the ball went wide, and Chrisantus Uche has come on.
Nigeria, a clock change now.
Ndidi is out. Moses Simon is also out. Chrisantus Uche comes in. Let's see how that goes. Ndidi will probably be tired from the game because he's been one of the best players for Nigeria on the pitch today. South Africa won, Nigeria won. Second half, 70 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes to glory for Nigeria. So the defender, Chrisantus Uche didn't actually go for the tackle. He slipped and caught Mbokani on his foot, and Mbokani is on the floor screaming, and everybody wants Chrisantus to be yellow carded. Yeah, that was a slip. Just saw that again. That was a slip. That was not a foul. Bright Osei Samuel is back on the pitch. 2 yellow cards to South Africa. Ngezana with a yellow card in the 18th minute, and Obas a yellow card in the 48th minute. Ademola Lookman is the only player with the yellow card for Nigeria.
So many referees in one game. Everyone reporting and defending on both sides. Celebrating at the end of 90 minutes.
Oh, there's actually a fight going on between both benches. Hugo Bruce and Eric Shell, the bench are fighting each other over the foul, and you can see Olaino limping. He is limping, so obviously over the weekend, if you have him in your fantasy Premier League, Olaino is a player to take out. Might be a player to take out because today is still Tuesday. He might be fit. He might return to. But it will be checked the moment it gets back. The moment after this game, it will be checked. Most of the players will depart South Africa maybe tomorrow morning, but one player that won't be leaving is the goalkeeper. Stanley Nwabali plays for Chippa United. He will just take probably local transportation or get a ride back to his club. It's a good one for him. The South Africans are enjoying themselves because this is a favorable result for them. 73 minutes on the clock, and there will be a lot of added time after 90 minutes, especially if it doesn't favor South Africa. Because Mokena has been on the floor. The South African player, has been on the floor and has been treated for a while now. 1-1 is a favorable result for South Africa, not so favorable for the Super Eagles. If the game ends this way, then the Super Eagles can as well kiss the 2026 FIFA World Cup goodbye. A win is needed for them to still stay in contention for this game. Mokoena, number 14, going off for South Africa. It was a slip from Chris Santos Uche who got that man down, not a tackle. A lot of the South African players that wanted a yellow card for him, including the coach Hugo Bruce, and that was what cost the hula baloo, if I'm allowed to use that word, on the sidelines from the coaches. It's up, but I'm not sure he wants to go back in, but he's limping so badly. He's been on the floor for almost 3 minutes. Eric Shell shakes hands with Hugo Bruce. The referee has settled the fight between two managers, and we can go on and expect that the bad blood on the sidelines won't, rush onto the pitch. Game is back on. Bokena still trying to see if he can make his way to the field. He can come back on. Yes, he's back on, but he is limping. Rowan Williams takes the ball. Attack from South Africa, ball intercepted by Nigeria. Chris Santos Uche with the ball is going to launch the ball forward to Tolu Arokodare. Arokodare gets the ball, is facing off with his defender. It cuts the defender. He gets the shot, but the shot was blocked. Good pass by Chris Santos Uche to Tolu Arokodare, who beat his defender easily, but the shot was blocked as at the time he took the shot. There's hope for this game when Nigeria attacks, and Bright Osai Samuel has been astute when it comes to defending in this game. Ball taken out, headed by South Africa, kept in play by Mbokena. Chris Santos Uche, South Africa giving to free kick given to South Africa. Chris Santos Uche, the man who just joined Crystal Palace. What a good pass from him to Tolu Arokodare. Such a shame that the ball didn't land in the back of the net after Arokodare had taken out his defender easily. Well defended by the South African defense. We need to see more of that. We need to see attempts at the goal at the South African post. Right now it's 76 minutes on the clock. That's 14 minutes to regular time. So 14 more minutes for Nigeria to get ahead of this game and try and win this game. South Africa want to beat Nigeria badly, but if they can't beat Nigeria in this game, the ball has been intercepted by Nigeria. Ademola Lookman now with the ball. Let's see what he's going to do with the ball. He crosses the ball. The ball gets to Chris Santos Uche. Nigeria actually won it. South Africa still in trouble. Ball with Ademola Lookman. The referee not using his whistle there. Now the ball is getting very, very feisty. The referee should have used this whistle more maybe not inside the box. When Calvin Bassey hits you as an opposition player, you feel it definitely. Samuel Chukwueze is coming in for Moses Simon. More firepower. Ademola Lookman goes to the left. Samuel Chukwueze comes to the right. Let's see what we can do with this. Chukwueze, former AC Milan, now with currently with Fulham. Tolu Arokodare really bothering the South African defense. He's really working the South African defense with his pace, with his power, with his height, and it's really working. It's really working. Free kick to Nigeria. Bruno Yemachi brought back after he had gotten the ball from Nkoka. Now, Ademola Lookman's gone back to his favorite position. Oh, that was Ademola Lookman who came back to get the ball. So coming, not just playing up front, he's also coming back to assist. Alex Iwobi with the ball now. Gives the ball gets to Bruno now. What's he going to do? Gives the ball to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman crosses the ball, and the ball well intercepted. So Chrysanthus Uche gets the ball to Chukwueze. Goal kick. Referee says goal kick, and Chukwueze protesting that that's not a goal kick. Yes, that should be a corner kick. But the referee has the final say. The referee's got the final say. 79 minutes on the clock now, almost 80 minutes, 11 minutes, about 10 minutes to the end of regulation time. Nigeria needs to get a win in this game. A miracle needs to come from somewhere. Nigeria's attack looking very, very sharp with Aroko Dare, and aside from Aroko Dare, there's Chukwueze, and Ademola Lookman's gone back to his traditional role. Chrysanthus Uche, a very, very powerful player, is also back in. The South Africans offside. Good one for the linesman. Stanley Mwabali launches the ball forward, and the South Africans get it. Final 10 minutes of the game. Ball's been taken out. Goal kick. Mistake from Calvin Bassey. He actually did get the ball, but from the bad pitch, the ball kept bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Then Lyle Foster was able to, kind of like intercept. Good anticipation actually from Lyle Foster. The ball bounced. Final 10 minutes of the game now. Chrysanthus Uche. Good order play from Aroko Dare. A free kick has been given to Nigeria in a very, very good position. Who takes it? And a yellow card. Now this is getting very, very intense. Mokoena gets a yellow card there for a tackle. Free kick in a dangerous position. Chrysanthus Uche was the man that was fouled. Ooh, his knee taken off. This is a very, very strong man. Didn't even fall down. No, but the referee had seen that. A good tackle. Samuel Chukwueze with the ball. Is he gonna? Ball returns to Nigeria and goes to Fisayodele Bashiru. Good play. Nigeria are now in this game. That ball had fallen very well to Ademola Lookman, but he couldn't really just put his steps together and take a shot. But 82nd minute on the clock now. Long throwing incoming from Calvin Bassey. Taken off by South Africa. Free kick's been given to South Africa. 8 minutes on the clock. No need to rush for the South Africans. Two substitutions to be made by South Africa to show up their defense. .83 minutes on the clock now. 7 minutes to the end of regulation time, and two substitutions made by South Africa to shore up the defense. Nigeria has been attacking, looking for the second goal. It's 1-1 on the clock now, and Hugo Bruce, the coach of South Africa, is trying to ensure that the defense is solid into 90 minutes. Good header by Benjamin Fredericks. Alex Iwobi heads that back. Goal kick to Nigeria. Quickly taken out. Arokodare is also going to be on the chase for this.
Williams is now to collect. The design is okay.
This ball should be retrieved by Nigeria. Back with Nigeria. Uche still managed to get the ball. Where is Chukwueze? Chukwueze is supposed to be elsewhere, somewhere. Player is on the floor. Dos Santos Uche is back on his feet, but still limping gingerly. Chukwueze was a long cross, and Arokodare couldn't get to that. The ball falls to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman is going to locate Bruno. He crosses the ball, long cross, easy for Rowan Williams. 84 minutes on the clock now, about to be 85 minutes. The ball's been taken, and it is going very, very fast for the South Africans. And guess what? Goal kick to Nigeria. Good work by Benjamin Fredericks. Benjamin Fredericks has really impressed Nigerians during these qualifiers. Very, very calm, cool, collected on the ball, rarely makes mistakes, and he's a very, very quiet player. Quiet and plays with so much confidence. Long ball taken out by the South African defender. Second ball goes to Nigeria. Third ball, Nigeria gets the ball back. The ball should be with Ademola Lookman now. Foul to the referee decided not to go with the foul there. Nkota. Ball gets to Stanley Nwabali. Nwabali launches the ball immediately, not waiting. Nigeria with the ball. Nigeria still with the... Okay, Nigeria won't be with the ball now.
Straight down the middle, also the Wales side. Another one is tiring, made a chance for the time for Rainers to come on. Potter. He got it in a real tussle with Calvin Bessie.
Ball is still in play.
Now up to Costa. Holds it up well. Spreads it out wide.
Now, Bright Osai is going to have to mark the South African player. 86 minutes on the clock now. The ball has been crossed. Bruno Yemachi hits the ball goes for a corner kick to South Africa. 86 minutes, 87, about to be 87 minutes on the clock now, and it is South Africa 1, Nigeria 1. This is a good result for South Africa, not a good one for Nigeria. Corner kick to South Africa with 3 minutes to the end of regulation time. 87 minutes on the clock now. And they are going to take their time. They're going to take their glorious time in taking this corner kick. Nothing is going to be forced. All they need in this game is a draw. Nigeria is the country looking for a win in this game. And if they can do anything, so Nkota steps up to take the corner kick. Nkota about to take the corner kick for South Africa. And Nigeria will want to, Nigeria headed the ball out. Goal kick to Nigeria. Quick play from Nigeria. Nigeria needs at least a goal to win this game. And the South Africans just miscued the game, but there was no Nigerian anywhere close to intercept the ball. Nigeria could still keep their unbeaten record against South Africa away from home upright, but that is not the kind of result they want now. They don't want to do history. What they want is a win. A win is what is important, not the history. Free kick to Nigeria. Nwabali is going to take that. 88 minutes on the clock now. Let's see what
bringing him on a little bit earlier.
The South Africans are going to be happy with this result, though. 88 minutes on the clock. You go Bruce smiling, long ball from
Qualifiers at home. Nigeria beat them in 2008 Ghana won the big match of soccer.
Nigeria. I think the Super Eagles should not allow the ball bounce, especially when it's in midfield. First ball, second balls are very important. Yellow card will be handed to a Nigerian player for a foul on a South African there. 89 minutes on the clock now. We are going to see what the linesman, yellow card to Bruno Onyemachi, the second Nigerian player to be booked in this game. Yes, he is the second Nigerian player to be booked in this game. Ademola Lookman is the only other player that has been booked. South Africans have 3 bookings: Ngazema, Obas, and Mokoena. 3 players from South Africa, and they are going to take their good time in ensuring that this free kick is not taken early. But let's see, a lot of time was wasted in the second half from injury, caused by injury to players. Let's see how long it will take them, the officials will give. Stanley Mwabali is in no man's land at the moment. Keeper is back in his post.
Cross inside. Kabini slips at the vital moment. Still Kabini. And everyone back in their own penalty.
7 minutes has been added. 7 minutes of added time. Plenty of time for either South Africa or Nigeria to get a win. But from our own part, it will be first ball Nigeria. Ademola Lookman with the ball. Slips. Ball still gets back to South Africa. Mwabali has to be more commanding anytime he's coming. You can't just come out and just raise your hand like this. You're either punching the ball out.
There's Kabini. Putting the ball in from him. It's a Molde these days in Norway. The end of their season there.
Play on, says the referee. Nigeria now to attack the ball. Was moving, was not moving.
Conjure summing up for South Africa now. These are dangerous moments as Nigeria surge forward, looking for the winner.
Nigeria need more players in. Need to control the ball better. Let's see what is done.
South Africa enjoyed a good period of play over the last 10 minutes or so.
Give the ball to Sam Ochukwueze.
Nigeria.
Sam Ochukwueze will run at the defenders. He runs at the defenders. Yes. And the ball is now with Iwobi with the ball now. The ball goes to Bright Osai Samuel. Calvin Bassett dispossessed. But then that's Benjamin Fredericks get the ball. Samuel Chukwueze is going to get the ball to Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman with the ball now to Bruno Onyemachi. Onyemachi gets the ball, but that would go for a throw into Nigeria. It's 92 minutes on the clock now, and Nigeria attacking. Throwing taken quickly. Ademola Lookman. Nigeria still with the ball. It will be Ambassi dispossess the defender. So give the ball. Abadi gives the ball to Benjamin Fredericks, and he's going to launch the ball forward. Good ball forward. But will Ademola Lookman be able to get that? Yes. Free kick to South Africa, and they're going to take their time to take this. They are really going to take their time. The South Africans are looking tired. Nigerians are not looking as tired. Nigerians are another final change for South Africa. A defender comes in for striker Lyle Foster. Lyle Foster taking his time to leave. He is in no rush to leave the pitch, but is close to exiting the pitch. Now 3 minutes out of 7 minutes has been played, and Nigeria has about 3 minutes to get a win in this game. 3 minutes to get a win in this game and throw the group open. But if they can't get the win and it is just a draw, then the World Cup is as good as over for the Super Eagles, because the remaining 2 games for South Africa will be played in South Africa against Zimbabwe, who I think will not don't have enough firepower to win against South Africa. Samuel Chukwueze hits the ball, and Fisayo Dele-Bashiru is going to put up a chase. Ball gets back to Samuel Chukwueze, who gives the ball to Chrisantus Uche. Throw into South Africa. 94 minutes on the clock. 3 more minutes to go. Nigeria will need a miracle here. They will need to get at least 1 or 2 balls into the South African area for players to contest with. Arokodare is the big man there. A cross needs to get in there. South Africa attacking now. The ball goes out for a goal kick. And Stanley Nwabali gets the ball quickly. Come on. Bruno Nyemachi could not control the ball. 5 minutes of the halftime. Just 2 more minutes left. What's going to happen here? So South Africans are definitely now. Tolu Arokodare up and chasing. Good defensive display by the South African player. And they've lost the ball again. And guess what? Samuel Chukwueze, be on this lane, Samuel Chukwueze. Now Nigeria are going to attack. Will this be the last shot on target? Come on, that was a terrible shot. That was a terrible shot.
I think opening 10 minutes, he looked like he was going to be a handful.
1 minute to go. Just 1 minute to go before the end of this game. One more opportunity for either side to take this win. 7 minutes at that time, and it's 6 minutes on the dot right now. Any team that attacks might get a win right now. So Nigeria with the ball, are they going to have the last attack? Is Nigeria going to have the last attack? The ball now is with Fisayo Dele-Bashiru. Bruno Nyemachi with the overlapping run. The ball goes to African Footballer of the Year, and he handles the ball with his. And he handles the ball. And Lukman is totally disappointed with that call.
30 seconds remain now.
The seconds.
Can he get Nigeria going? This is their last opportunity to win the game and keep alive their World Cup hopes. Otherwise, they will be watching what happens in North America next June, July from the sofas.
And the game is as well as being over here in South Africa. That was not a foul. That was not a foul on Lukman. That was not a handball. And the final whistle.
That's it. It's all over. South Africa won, Nigeria won. Bafana moved closer to a place at the
So South Africa are moving very close to qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. It looks all over for Nigeria now. Thanks for joining the watch along. It's really been fun watching this game. So disappointed Nigeria couldn't win this game. Nigeria won, South Africa won. We did all we could to get the win, but it was not possible. It looks like Nigeria will be missing a second consecutive FIFA World Cup championship. So from us right here in the studio, bye, and we'll see you next time at the next watch along. It's South Africa 1, the Super Eagles 1. Bye.
A massive result in Bloemfontein today for Bafana and a massive blow